We're going to talk about simple interest. Simple interest is a way of calculating the interest that you will earn on a bank account, or for instance, the interest you need to pay on a loan. When you calculate simple interest, keep in mind that the balance that you will have on your bank account is always the principal, what we call the principal, the amount you had on your bank account to start with, plus the simple interest. Okay, so what we're calculating here is the simple interest. If you have, for instance, on your bank account right now, $500, okay, and in simple interest you earn $100 over a period of time, then your total balance will be $600. These are terms that you need to know and understand: the balance, the principal, and the interest, the simple interest. We're going to use a formula for calculating the simple interest. That formula reads as follows: I equals P times R times T. In this formula, I is the interest in dollars. Okay, that's the dollar amount of interest that you've earned, the 100 that you see over there. The P is the principal. That's the amount that you borrowed to buy that car. For instance, a car that costs $25, you borrow $25,000. You borrow the $25,000 and pay it off over time. The principal is the $25,000. Okay, R is the rate. Okay, you borrowed $25,000 against a 5% rate. It's the rate, and you want to write that rate in decimal form. And T is the time. Over how many years do you have to pay back that loan? Or for how many years have you saved your money on the bank? It is time, and it's time in years. Keep that in mind, it's in years. So 6 months is a half a year. Okay, let's do some examples now using this formula. Let's look at some examples. And we're going to be calculating examples relating to simple interest. Again, our formula is I times P times R times T. So let's take Jack, and Jack put $500 on the bank, okay? And the bank gives Jack an interest rate of 5%. Jack leaves money.
Kayla Ryder, you arrived at the side entrance. Kayla Ryder, you arrived at the side entrance.
For, let's say, 2 years. Okay? So the question is, how much money does Jack have after 2 years? How much money does Jack have after 2 years? To solve this, we're going to use our formula up top. Okay? And we're going to calculate the interest he earns. The I is what we don't know. The principal is the amount that he started with, 500. The rate is the 5%, and the time that it's left on the bank account is 2 years. So I'm going to calculate I, the interest that he earned over those 2 years in dollars, to be the principal, 500, times the rate, and I'm going to write the rate as a decimal. 5% is a decimal, 0.05. You move that decimal point 2 spots to the left. Times 2, because he left it there for 2 years. And that will give me $50. So the interest he earned was $50. Does that answer my question? How much money does Jack have after 2 years? Does he have $50 left? No. He started with 500. He earned an additional $50. So his balance is the principal of 500 plus the interest earned is a total of 550. Okay? So that's how you calculate the interest and the balance if you know the principal, and you know the rate, and you know the time. Thank you.